The Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot. Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Houston Texans. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, boys, let's go. Let's go. Set. 3T. 54 Mike. Big stop, P. Big stop. Let's go. Check. Lock and leg.
On first down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens. Taken in at the 11. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 29-yard line.
Wait, that. Alabama. 380. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. Flash up. Hit.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 27-yard line.
Wait, that. Down 80. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Shotgun now for Brady. Complete. It's Johnson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Brady now on first down. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Sugar! Hey, Foxtrot! Go Bandit!
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Being chased out left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Check right 54. Right 54. Check pass. Down, he's coming. And let's run him, go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check.
A first down carry here for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Running from the gun, Johnson. Levante David in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
54. Hey, 31. 54. Mike, 54. We own this.
They'll try the air now with Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
As a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards, so many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Crunch time, defense. Check 13. Topper. Check it, reload.
Throwing now is Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
He wasn't ready.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Rip. Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Smith. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check pass. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe.
To throw again, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans 16.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski, that's caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and goal.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Watch the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another bit. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. He's got Fuller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson on 1st down. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
First down, Texans.
Reset. 19. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Watson off play action. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off on a safety, Eric Reed.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And the catch made by Johnson. And all the way to the opposite 45. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Kill.
Brady going to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
You got 3 down. Alert flow. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Let's go one more.
Now Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Let's get off the field, D. 66. 41. We got a wedge there, huh? Right here, right here. Hey, Alabama, Alabama. Shadow!
Play action. Now it's Brady. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans. As the first half is winding down, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Well, no.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The final shot before the break. Watson, he's letting it fly for Cooks. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Brady setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Brady. And this is caught by Evans. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Go!
Now a play fake. Brady. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. Complete. It's Johnson. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Strip that ball.
To throw again. Brady. And he's got it. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Gain of 15 yards. That's another Buccaneers first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, 36. You draw quarter.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Stop your whining. Gold 50. Hey, zoom. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. It's out time. It's out.
Here's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Jam, 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 jam.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Buccaneers 24, Texans nothing.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
I'm going to run you over.
To throw, it's Brady. He finds his man Johnson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, Charlie. Hey, check Alpha.
From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 39, Watson is complete to the tight end Clay. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 29, Watson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's him carry. Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that will get them 1 closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hockey because they need a turnover on that other side.
Big dance. Come. Pilot, 64, weak.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Watch out. No. Off. Greystone, travel. Let's go on. No, 66. Rip.
Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. There he goes, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the run, watch the run.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson flush to his right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
And the Texans.
Watson on first down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he's taken down inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On first down, it's Watson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Now a desperation throw deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Buccaneer first to pick up of 12 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bucs, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.